Alright, the next deck we are trying. So this is a deck I've been meaning to revisit for a little while now. We played something similar to this a little while back. It was a Jinx Rumble discard aggro deck. And I'd been playing around with some of the cards in it. Had come up with a list that I was pretty happy with, but the main thing I was not happy with ultimately was Rumble himself in this list. I would play like a one of Lulu, and then I figured, you know what, this probably just should be a Lulu Jinx discard deck. And speaking of discard, we got a few interesting enablers in the latest set that could potentially fit well within this archetype. So the one we're trying in our deck today is the Spirit Portal. Discard 1, grants all allies +1/+1. This kind of works pretty well with what we're doing, so we do have a lot of bottom end in this deck, including a lot that just comes into play for free when we discard it. So we got Jury Rigs, and we're creating a lot of Flame Chompers, or we're putting a lot of Flame Chompers in play. Some created, some not. That can all get +1/+1 now. Other interesting card that I might try, but I think I'm going to stick with what I got going on here for today. Yordle Portal. A lot of portals are opening. Discard 1, manifest a Yordle that costs 3 or less and summon it. I've considered this over this Bilge Rat Rascal, but I think the way the games are tending to play out right now, things a little bit more... Games are going a little bit longer. I feel like we need to generate a little bit more. We want to be generating a little bit more value off of our cards. So I'm sticking with the Bilge Rat Rascals. I do really like the Mecha Yordles that this thing summons, especially considering they get Spell Shield. Can generate some really powerful threats that then just get even more powerful when you consider the Spirit Portal. And it's fine as is as a 3-mana 3/2, you know, sort of. The Yordle Portal is not going to like decrease, I guess, or advance our clock against our opponents all that much on average, I suspect, but it definitely would be worth something worth experimenting with, probably, because putting things into play, burst speed, is very powerful. Of course, the problem is quite a bit of randomness on this, what you get, but I mean, probably going to get something halfway decent, probably going to be better, slightly better than a 3/2 on average, but of course, then you don't get the big powerful threat in hand as a follow-up that this could potentially generate. Anyway, I don't know if there's much more to say really about that, other than let's just hop into some games and see how we do. The deck is basically split into two key parts. It's the discard fodder and the discard effects. And we are hoping that they line up in such a way that is beneficial to us. Okay, well, it's not an awful hand, so long as we start ripping some discard effects. The Flame Chompers with Into Lulu is very, very good. And now because we didn't find a discard effect, I think I am in the unfortunate position of having to play a Flame Chompers just to ensure that Lulu is challenging. Definitely experiencing a wrong half problem right now.
You're a Duran.
Just kind of willy-nilly threw that out maybe a little here, but... I think it was an okay exchange for us. Okay, if they don't open on attacks, I take all damage for my support ally. That's for sure. Then is there any reason that I'm supposed to block it differently? I don't think so. Not that we need more discard fodder, but I guess we'll play this out. Boy, oh boy.
I am superior life form. Beyond imagination.
I think I forgot to put my discard effects in the deck, huh? Ooh, okay. We're definitely gonna kill.
Every work demands a piece of ourselves.
I'm here to help every step of the way.
A masterstroke, if I do say so myself.
Join me if you want to live.
Pitiful.
So ordinary.
Taking 4 here, do I want to block? I think with all the fodder we have, we're just gonna block.
Prime and ready. Fire till nothing moves. Can you improve perfection? System upgrade.
Oh, alright.
Who's a good boy? Down, boy!
Can you improve perfection? Prime and ready. Safety disengaged.
So now, if I throw these two at him, they could block in a sort of inconvenient way. Do I even care about them block? I think I just generate more.
System upgrade.
Durans build the best.
How much do I care about any of this? I could go here and block.
Inferior design. Prime and ready. A ticket to the gun show. Safety disengaged.
This turned out to be a very weird game.
Can you improve perfection?
Oh, hello.
Evolve or die.
You'll regret when I leave this.
Every work demands a piece of ourselves.
This is definitely not how I envisioned this game going.
Prime and ready. Can you improve perfection?
Steady hands.
System upgrade. Rise, metal brethren.
A little reinforcement at the seams.
Oh, it probably doesn't matter, but which one's technically optimal? Let's go with Smash and Dash.
And ready. Progress.
Wait a minute, I'm playing the AI? This whole time! I'm like, what is this matchup? And also, why is our opponent playing so fast? Oh my god, I'm so stupid. Why am I playing the AI? I just completely didn't even notice. Oh my god, that's so stupid. I'm gonna keep that in the I'm gonna keep that in the video. I did not even it didn't even clue into me that we were playing an AI. We had just clicked ranked. We were just playing ranked. Was I playing an AI the whole time? In all the other games? Why would it switch back? I don't know. Okay, whatever. I'm keeping that in the recording. I actually think I will keep an Electro Harpoon. There's a good chance we have a way to enable it. Flame Choppers in particular is really good. Oh man, unfortunate that we don't have the attack token. We really like attacking on evens, I would think. It's kind of irritating, huh? I guess we'll block. Am I blocking because of second Lulu? I kind of like the Whimsy though, but yeah, let's just block. It saves us a some life, and we probably were gonna lose
Well, this isn't the gleam.
one of our things anyway. Let's see if we can get something here. Now I'm not gonna.
Rules are made to be broken, like buildings. Hurt people.
Seems silly, but I'm probably supposed to throw away the Jinx here.
No, I'm trying to shoot you. You're starting to bore me.
I'm supposed to throw away everything. Nah, I can't be right. Hey, why did I do it this way? Oh. It's a bit awkward.
I'm on the verge of something.
If they don't have whatchamacallit, they do. That sucks.
I wonder.
That stinks.
Had my eye on them too.
So many questions.
We're dead ski, right? Oh boy, oh boy.
Tide's rising.
Oh, they missed. Okay.
Coin in the world. Won't keep them off my wrist.
Lame. It really is lame how that just kills your whole board.
Fishbones. And then, gently, gently.
Oh, I don't know. I agree. If we had gotten that get excited a little earlier, maybe we'd been in a different position. Yep, that was a pretty good couple of cards. Okay. Hopefully we find
Reporting in.
something to discard. Probably actually want the defense. There's a chance we actually play this, and I think I'd rather have the defense.
Defensive stance.
They got past me.
Once I stamp papers, now faces. Primed and ready.
Rough.
Trust me, I know what I'm doing.
Rough stuff. I guess... Well, Lulu can take this guy out with Thingy. And she can block the other dude, so I think I like this.
I can't wait to see what this one does.
Now they could obviously have a Ravenous Flock to go with that. We keep not getting our enablers. Yeah, they can have that too. Yeah, maybe because of that I'm supposed to start with the other thing. I think we're just passing. The spell mana is more valuable. It's possible now I could grant this thing +1, give it the
Let
defense.
us take a peek at life.
Still
in
dies
your
to
way.
Ziggs though, but at least it plus Mystic Shot kills him.
Primed and ready. Rise, metal brethren. System upgrade.
Get excited, huh? Okay.
Well, this isn't the glade.
Maybe I'm not supposed to show this quite yet.
Light the fuse.
No matter how you slice it, we're taking some big damage this round, so...
One for you and one for you.
Just gotta hope that our life total's not sinking too low. Perfect. Well, we can't play that, so we may as well discard it.
Can you improve perfection?
Whoa, dizzy. Up we go.
Up we go. It's either a Gnar or a whatchamacallit.
System upgrade.
Start with here.
Fire till nothing moves.
the wiser.
Can you improve perfection?
You'll never see it coming.
Stay still! I'm trying to shoot you! Do scuttlers think we walk sideways?
We're gonna try to use these fast removal spells pretty defensively. I want to ensure that I have a way to react to Noxian Fervor, I believe is the name of the card. Yeah. That's interesting. I'm probably supposed to use this then.
I'm on a roll!
I assume they have like a Ravenous Flock or something left, so I didn't put the defense on her. I don't think it matters. Ooh, that's pretty good. Okay, they don't, obviously, because they would have otherwise probably... Alright.
Everyone goes boom!
They were giving me the GG because they had double
We blew them all!
double axe in hand. That would have been hilarious. I would have just let him. I thought they were saying GG. I don't know. For a second, I was like, are they saying GG because they think they've won or they think they've died? Because they've definitely died. It would have been kind of funny. I should have just let them play the second card to see what would happen. Because we probably couldn't lose in that position regardless of what they top decked. Yeah, because we even had 4 health. So even if they had unit Noxian Fervor react to something I'm doing, we could have killed them in response, so... Yes, I think I like this 1-2-3 actually. Do I like the 3-drop? I think I'd rather look for a 2. I do want to keep the Electric Harpoon fairly certain. Start here. Let's go with attack. Normally attack is the choice, just in case you want to use it.
Trail painted with blood.
Oh, hello. Okay, so... Ooh, that has Challenger, though. We could pass. It's unlikely that they... Let's do this. With these in hand, I think I'm okay with this. Rennie Hammer? Get rid of all these things. Because it just makes their combat tricks that much worse. Oh, but then I can't play thingy on reaction?
An even bigger weapon.
Oh, this was so stupid. No, it's probably fine because he clearly, like, that hesitation made me think he doesn't have mana up. So if they want to eat this now, I guess they can, but I think that's an okay exchange. I'm not sure.
I'm ready.
Oh, all right.
Each life a rare jewel.
Not going exactly as planned, though. Oof.
Cast off your fear and stand as one.
Yeah, we're probably dead. Just ran out of gas. We were keeping their stuff in check, but we were running out of gas. We need, like... We needed Lulu there, right? Because we turn our Lulu and don't throw away my challenger. Because then we could have gotten just some additional value out of what we were discarding. Because as it was just a bunch of 1/1s that were getting eaten, which didn't really... Maybe because of that I actually should have used Get Excited on the challenger unit. Instead of the whatchamacallit that one turn. That's probably the case. Am I supposed to look for a 1-drop here? Electro Harpoon's very good. We're likely to find an enabler for it. They are not on the attack, so maybe we're okay just throwing everything but that back. Spirit Portal. Oh, Spirit Portal. Oh, jeez. Right on time, Squire. Right on time.
Reporting in.
Finders sharers. Ha! Little rooms are just as good as big ones.
It's too bad we didn't find a jury rig. I think I am supposed to keep my life total high here, so... Even though that's not putting anything into play, I think we're supposed to go ahead and just
Back off, baddies.
trade off some resources here.
It's gonna blow.
What does that thing do?
It explodes, of course. Go ahead.
Like the fuse. I mean...
Snack attack. BB, son of hello.
So, could trade here. And they don't really know. And here, actually. Yeah, I'm gonna pass.
I got an idea.
Oh, this is... I thought this was burst speed. I thought that was burst speed. It's focus speed. Why is it focus speed? Why isn't that burst speed? I guess it's kind of a nasty combat trick if it's burst speed, but I mean it's 4 mana and I'm discarding a card. I don't know. I guess the devs felt that was a bit much. This when they were designing that card, discard was kind of... I mean, I mean, they seem to think discard was in a fairly good spot. They did nerf Scion after all. I'm pretty sure the only thing that was being played in anymore at that point was... okay, normally I would keep the Ballistic bot on 2, but Lulu with the Challenger is very good, and I want to find some way to get that into play for free. I guess that we're not going to really be able to do it on 2. Okay, now we just can find something that discards.
Find your sharers.
Deal.
Ready, Hammer?
They're not going to block. Come on, the opponent's playing something similar to what we've played in the past.
Kip and I will scout ahead. Won't be Kip.
Sure.
Yup, that is purple.
Yup. They could have troll chance. I don't think I'm gonna throw away the 2-1. I mean, I guess if I get them to use the troll chance saving these things, it's probably fine. We're gonna have to deal with it at some point anyway.
Make me flamigify you.
Okay. Plus 2 really? Huh. That actually is kind of annoying. Means we can't really attack. Sure. You got me, I guess. We'll just use the Whimsy on that if it wants to swing in. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. I think that's the plan. Yeah, we're just gonna pass into our next attack token to try to take that out with a combination of the 4/4 Challenger and Lulu's Whimsy, I guess. Because if they do nothing, I'm fine with that, and good chance we can deal with most of the shit that they would play. Grant an ally +1. We could also just save it. Could also play this and not block and just take some damage, which isn't the worst.
Flesh was weak, but look at me now.
Well, now we can just trade off our thing.
Back off, baddies.
So kind of like the idea of hitting it with Whimsy. Just use our life total as a resource here. Yeah, maybe this is a bit aggressive.
Disengage.
Ooh, you know what we could also do? Now that I'm looking at this, is we could Spirit Portal. Oh, yeah, no, see, the fact this is burst speed's gonna make it not ideal. If it grows up to a 4/4, does it keep the buffs?
Colors.
No, it does not. It just sets it to a 4/4, which is unfortunate. I could give something +1 attack. It would push 2 points of damage.
An even bigger weapon.
But that counts as a buff, I believe. That no, see, it doesn't matter, right? It won't do it. It's been a while since I played this game, guys. Give me a break.
Off we go.
Okay, so should have been able to push one more point of damage here, which means that if they don't have any healing, we have lethal in hand next turn, assuming this survives, I guess. Yeah. Okay. That's fine. Troll Chant, trying to save some of their stuff, which I don't... If they try to save both of their things, that'd be better for us, because we definitely want to push more damage. We don't really care about killing their things. Yeah, I was pretty certain that that wouldn't work, but I just couldn't remember. And you can't check the eye with burst speed stuff, so kind of annoying. I got nothing. Like, you know what's gonna happen if you do stuff, so please make a choice. Glad I did portal then.
Safety disengaged.
The heart is the strongest muscle.
Unless it's made of marshmallow, apparently.
Do they have a way to interact with my
I'll
stuff?
try anyone once.
Prime and ready. Fire till nothing moves.
My shield is my sword. Ha! This is fun, yes?
Marks the path.
As tempting as it would be to kill Braum, I don't think I'm supposed to. Oh, I can't anyway, because he got stuck.
It is easy, see?
System upgrade.
Oh, I don't know. In case they don't die this turn, I'm probably supposed to chill on that. Could swing in, force them to block with something awkward.
Can you improve perfection?
They know they're dead if they can't kill me on their next attack, so I guess we just make them have the healing.
A ticket to the gun show.
These are kind of unfortunate draws. They're in here obviously as discard fodder, and they can also generate card advantage for us.
Is in the mountain's wings.
System upgrade. Fire till nothing moves.
What could they possibly be running that saves them here? Nothing, right? There's no card in those two regions that stops them from dying to Mystic Shot. At two mana, fast speed, etc., etc. I don't think so. Man, they're thinking really hard about how to win, which I can respect, but I feel bad for them. Like if I could reveal my hand to them, I would, and then they just wouldn't be wasting their time. Maybe I'm wrong, though. Maybe I'm missing something. Nope. Hmm. Ballistic Bot's not great in this match. It doesn't block many things, and we have to spend extra mana to get it to be able to do that well. I think we're just throwing it back, looking for something else.
Finder sharers. I'm ready.
I don't want to eat whatever woke you up.
Got this from a side quest.
See what I've learned?
That is a get excited. Oh, I don't know. I guess we'll go here to start and see what they play.
Get him pissed.
Sure. That is a Jinx. I think I'm supposed to Spirit Portal here. Is that true? Could play Jinx. Four, five.
Turn it like so.
Okay, we know they're drawing a Rek'Sai.
Rules are made to be broken. Like buildings. Her people.
Like buildings are people. So if they have a pike, at least we have ways to deal with it.
Oh, part of the plan. I just
Actually,
need it.
I like doing this.
They thought they were safe.
I'll do this now. Before they get into combat.
I smell I remember you.
I'll give you to the count of like that.
Okay, so we know that one of their last cards is a Rek'Sai. I think I could have avoided them getting an attack trigger there. I just couldn't remember how. Yeah, no, I could have. I could have. Oh boy, how am I supposed to play this out? I think I'm just supposed to play.
Once I stamp papers, now faces.
Well, that tasted purple.
I have one less Rek'Sai to draw into, which is excellent.
Disengaged.
Perfect.
The bride will swallow him down. Times where I wasn't ready either.
Oh, that felt good.
Let's go around again.
Beat 2 Pike and a Rek'Sai. Fiznar. Okay. Now I think we throw back the Jinx. I like this and I like you on 2, but wouldn't mind finding a one drop, another 2 drop, a Lulu. There's the Lulu we wanted. I think we start by passing because
Humanity is obsolete. System upgrade.
I'm okay with that. I'm gonna start by passing.
They've never seen a contraption like this before.
Now I'm fine getting a little bit of value off of the thing that guy generated.
Safety disengaged.
Do we think they have a get excited? If they do, I'd rather bait it out by them targeting this ballistic bot than our Lulu. And if they don't go below 3 mana, okay, they have.
Well, this isn't the glade.
Oh, they have Buster Shots.
Progress.
That's unfortunate.
Perfection.
A lot more cards than we do, fortunately.
Got this from a side quest.
Yonder I go. My son.
System upgrade.
That's rough.
Can you improve perfection? Witness me.
I mean,
Astounding curiosities lie ahead.
feel like I gotta play it before
What's the worst that could happen?
I draw into something I like and then can't play both.
I'm Fizz!
He's completely hairless. Remarkable.
Jinx stands for Jinx. Durr.
Now easy on the hands. They're new.
Do scuttlers think we walk sideways?
I think I like this. Boo. How do they generate so much card advantage? Guess all we had was those little shitters and then... let's start here. The flame chompers can kill the
Rock got me good.
whatchamacallit at least. It doesn't mean we can't play, well, I guess we could do this, but like then
Fact, I am superior life form.
I've work to do.
I'm innocent.
she's innocent. Oh, they get excited, wow. Well, here's hoping they whiff on the elusive.
Flesh was weak, but look at me now.
For next turn.
Safety disengaged.
Never mind, they have the ignition, derp.
System upgrade. Prime and ready. Rise, metal brethren.
Tide's coming in. Ow.
Safety disengaged.
Let us take a peek at life beneath the waves.
Prime and ready. Join me if you want to live. Can you improve perfection? Safety disengaged.
Oh, that was silly of me. Boy, oh boy, card advantage city over here for our opponent. They're probably gonna play the created card too to get this guy up, so that it can block this. But at least we're not like slowly dying to it anymore, which would be nice.
System upgrade.
Okay.
Safety disengaged.
Cool. Why did they even bother attacking with other things? Maybe some of that shit's worth considering for our deck. A lot of those were Bandle, like they were dual region, but they're Bandle City. No reason why we couldn't also play. I think I look for a Lulu here. I don't know that Mystic Shot's particularly interesting. Not a bad hit too.
Looking for a hero for my hero.
Because now we can bank spell mana on 2 and yeah, to play that.
These old eyes still see far and clear.
Do they though? Let's pass. I'll bank the spell mana. Okay, now they can't. They can't now. Avalanche. I do give him another card though to draw, so maybe I'm just supposed to pass. Because like if he wants to start his turn by attacking with this, it's not that big of a deal. Then we just have a little bit more information to go on. Yeah, some of the stuff they're running is interesting, like Conchologist and that other dude, the Telescope. But I don't know that I like it more than our Ballistic bot, because which they were also running. Just because we saw in those one games, like the amount of damage that it can result in is quite high because of the burn, and generating discard fodder for us every turn is so good. But maybe other things are worth getting rid of. Okay, so depending on what they create here, this is kind of why I stopped, because if they create something that's worse than this 2-1, I guess that qualifies, sort of. This into you.
There's nothing a good giggle can't fix.
Safeguard our homes.
Get him, Pix.
Light the signal fire.
And I just get in for more damage.
Let's use all the colors. Up we go!
Thank you, thank you. That's what he sounds like he's saying anyway. Sure.
Just you and me, Fishbones. And them.
So they'll level, we get in for a bunch. I guess I could play you. Pretty risk-free.
Me now.
He has 6 mana.
in the air.
Pew pew. Okay then. I think we're gonna call it there. Fun games. Oh, Jinx, you're so close though. Just one more game. That's fine. Yeah, I think we'll end it there. So, yeah. I mean, not much to say about it. I don't think the deck's particularly good, but it's playing some fun champions that I enjoy. Trying every once in a while on something a little different. You know, Jinx is just a fun champion, and Lulu's been in a number of decks that I've seen a lot. I mean, she's been a prominent force in the meta under these sort of rally, Zed, Poppy kind of style decks, but she is a favorite champion of mine that I enjoy playing in a lot of various archetypes. We've played her in support, we've played her in discard, we've played her in aggro, rally. I really like the Flame Chomper synergy, even if it's not particularly consistent or good. It's just fun to play with, so it's kind of why I like gravitating towards decks more of this style. I wonder if... So we did mention, before we close out, that's pretty much going to do it for the games for Runeterra today. But before we go, we did mention looking at some of those other cards that we could potentially see putting in the deck. Because it's an interesting idea, because either we're generating something very powerful that we'd like to play, or we are, or if it's generates something that's crap, we just discard it. So either way, it's discard fodder. There's the other one. Do we like the? I could see making room for them with like distress testing. I'm just not sure which. This is a celestial that costs 3 or less, which could be okay, epic. When things get grindy, that could be good, or multi-region follower. But the problem is it only gives you one of each selection, and I feel like the floor on this card is supposed to be the multi-region follower for those multi-region decks. I feel like the Conchologist might be the better choice in that case, because a spell from our regions that costs 3 or less could be Burn. It could be Mystic Shot. It could be Get Excited. Like, there could be a lot of great stuff that this thing can hit. I kind of like the idea of trying those out. The Spirit Portals, I guess that's another thing worth mentioning. The Spirit Portals that we were experimenting with kind of felt pretty bad. If this was a burst card, it would be far better. Obviously, it would let you, do those open attacks, use it turns, and that's probably why it's not burst speed. The devs felt that was a bit too strong, a bit too obnoxious. But I think as is, this card's probably not very, very good in its current iteration. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's just not good in the way I've built this particular deck. It just seems kind of expensive for the cost. Like, consider, for example, that card that has been a staple in more aggressive discard lists in the past is what's it called? The Noxian one. You know what I'm talking about. me just find it here so everyone's on the same page. Vision. When discarded, grant all allies +1/+1. Now, I'm not suggesting this should be a when discarded, grant all allies. Sorry, plus this grants +1. I'm not suggesting when this discards something, it should be, or when this is discarded, it generates +1/+1. I think it can be a thing that discards. It just probably needs to do something a little bit more if it's only going to be focus speed and if it's going to be 4 mana. Maybe at 3 mana this is a little better, because 3 mana means I can, you know, on turn 3 put a Flame Chompers into play. That's a 1/3 challenger, would be kind of neat. Like that you can generate a little bit of value off of that. Chances are they still have their 1 or 2 drop in play that might die to it. That could be okay. Yeah. Not much more to say about it though. I think that deck feels okay. It's just like close. This is the main thing we wanted to experiment with. I don't think it's necessarily worth running currently. So maybe a build that has more of that discard fodder kind of stuff is more the direction we want to go. How are we discarding things though? We might not have enough ways to discard in that case. But if that's true, then maybe we just replace these honestly with Rummage, or we go back to in my original list in the 4 slot. I had the 4/3 with Tough. This guy, the Arena Promoter. Maybe we just go back to him. See, because as we saw in those other games, we kind of mentioned, and we mentioned this in our sessions today. The game's a little bit more grindy. Like there's a lot more. There's a lot more card advantage being generated in the more aggressive, more mid-rangey decks like we saw there. So it's an aggressive deck, but like in the context of Runeterra, it's aggressive deck, but it's a little bit more mid-rangey in a more traditional sense, because it's generating value, it's generating card advantage with all those cards that create cards or cards that draw cards, you know? So something like this that has a high ceiling, well, it doesn't even have that high of a ceiling, but can potentially have a very low floor when we don't get the board states that well. Maybe it's better to just go grindy. Go back to the grind. I still do like the Mecha Yordles. I still think that's worth going. Because for the reasons we saw and the reasons we mentioned at the start, which is why we're playing the Bilge Rat Rascals instead of the Yordle portal. And yeah, maybe that's the same thing's true for that other portal. Too many portals. But yeah. Arena Promoter. 3 Conchologist, 2 Arena Promoter, maybe. Could see maybe another like burn spell, especially if the landmarks become a thing again. Aftershock could be worth throwing in, but I think 3 Conchologists is better. More things to do on 2 definitely felt like this deck could use. You know, is something this deck felt like it could use. So maybe that's where we would leave things. I think I'm going to put the list back though, just to, well, this is where I say we end up, but the list I'll post in the YouTube video will be the list we played today. I think the stress testing, if you wanted to continue trying Yordle Portal, I think the stress testing should come out. It felt too awkward too many times. Yeah, but that is it. That's gonna do it for the games today for Runeterra.